Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program anywhere on the internet. True story. And another reason is because nobody spends as much time with and on their clients like I do. True story still. All the information from me is below. All the packages, all the information that you might need about the packages. I coach in audio exchange in one particular package. Zoom sessions is another package, and telephone unlimited deluxe. The new package also that is called Speed Course for a month is for those people who are already kind of advanced in manifestation and want to conclude my coaching within a month. Usually I recommend within other packages 2 to 3 months minimum in order to cover my program. And this is necessary because I'm very thorough. I go through your history, starting with childhood, adolescence, what have you, all the way up until today, all the relationships, everything. I want to understand who's coming into my coaching, what kinds of belief systems did you pick up, and then and only then we process a lot of things that you need to process, like emotions, beliefs. I give you all sorts of exercises, and then and only then we embark on a journey of constructing your new life. I don't care what kind of coach you have been before to. I don't care what kind of program you have taken or online course. You will never find a coach like me, okay? And the reason is simply this. I'm very thorough. I meet with my clients 2 to 3 times per week, but regardless of the package that I just mentioned, with the exception of Speed Course for a month, in which case we meet 4 times a week. This is unheard of, okay? Most coaches on the internet will meet with you like once a week, and I've even heard stories like once a month, which I think is absurd, okay? If you want true results, you really need to commit to my coaching, show up prepared to work, okay? Understand that I'm on your side and take my guidance to heart. Understand that everything I give you will transform you, that you will be able to transform your old beliefs, which keep you stuck in your current situation. I do things differently in my coaching and very thoroughly, because I understand that after me, you will never need another coach if, again, you come prepared to work and you do the work, you do the assignments, and you understand that I'm here to transform your life. This is not therapy. I'm very honest, and I don't want to keep you in my coaching till the end of motherfucking time. Okay, that's another thing I coach in my course, in my coaching, not to disrespect anybody, of course. I love and adore my clients, but with emphasis, to emphasize something. You're welcome to curse all day long. I think some people need to let out some anger and this and that. And even though some techniques that I employ in my coaching resemble that of therapy, this is not therapy. We're here to work. After we're done covering your history, we need to rock and roll, release all that garbage, that pile of garbage in the middle of your living room, which is your mind, and garbage represents all beliefs. And then we get to work on constructing your new reality. This is not play time. This is Anna's boot camp time. Okay, I also have included 5 phone calls and 10 phone calls on my website. And just to be clear, these phone calls are for people who have already concluded my coaching program and are coming back sometimes to do some touch-ups. Okay, the amount of work that I do in my coaching program is absolutely insane. I go through your recording several times. I take my extensive notes. I spent hours and hours, like 2 to 3 hours sometimes, on each recording because it's an hour long. I need to replay it, take my notes, etc., etc. If you have any questions, either comment below or just email me with your objectives on coaching. It's always a good idea to pre-book because I'm getting booked up every single day. The subject of today is manifesting your SP in a millisecond. Now, you can replace SP with anything at all. It doesn't have to be SP, okay? It can be anything at all. It can be a job, a promotion, an amount of money, a call from somebody, a decision, you name it, whatever you're after right now. And so parenthesis here, whenever I say millisecond, okay, I really mean this is somebody who's already been through the process of understanding what kinds of beliefs block you. I always need to insert this because I don't think like most people on YouTube, whether that's a coach or a speaker, make this clear for the population out there around the world that you cannot start manifesting unless you understand what it is that blocks you, what it is that you're struggling with right now. Everybody has a story to tell. And at some point I'll tell my story, my own personal story. And it's not unlike the things I hear in my coaching. And parenthesis here, everything is confidential in my coaching. There's a coaching agreement that you will sign that states exactly that. Everything you share with me is completely private and confidential. I've done this for 8 years, so I understand how important this is, obviously. But everybody has a situation, some kind of a hang-up, whether that's, unworthiness, whether that's the money block, whether that's, I can't really manifest like other people, whether that's some kind of trauma in childhood, okay, whether that's I'm not lovable, etc. It insecurities, fears of some kind, okay, and you're manifesting these fears and insecurities just by default because you don't understand what you're doing right now, chances are. And so when I mean you're manifesting in a millisecond, first of all, you're already manifesting in a millisecond. Whatever you don't like that you're manifesting, you're still manifesting it in a millisecond. Okay, so always have to include it, provided you've done the work. I'm assuming, I'm going on the assumption here that you want to manifest good things, good outcomes, the version of your SP that you prefer, the endless amounts of money that pouring into your bank account, the business that you want, etc. And so the process is the same. Right? The process is the same. Your decisions need to be there. Your intentions need to be there. So just like right now, you're walking around with a certain kind of belief system that prevents you from deciding that you want what you want, okay, first of all, not sure that you can get it and believing it into manifestation. Okay, you can watch other people get their stuff and say, well, they can do it, but I can't. And so that's what needs to change and transform in your life, where it's like, no, I can get it too, and it's easy. Okay, and when you leave my coaching, I give you every single tool that I give anybody, okay, just about, I give you everything that I know. You will know exactly what to do. It's for you to exercise it though, day in and day out. It's a full-time job to be a manifestor, master manifestor. And so manifesting in a millisecond is the easiest job in the world. It takes a decision. I want my SP to come back like this and like that. Or I want to manifest $1 million. Or I want to manifest this job that I really love. Okay, so decisions are necessary. Nobody's going to decide for you. And you'd be surprised, many people walk around and don't decide things. Sit down, write it down. Start deciding shit in your life. Hello, how are you? Good morning. It needs to be that you are creating on purpose. If you want your SP to become the most wonderful version of themselves, decide that. If you want your SP to come back in this way and that way, decide that. Okay, if you want that sum of money, write how much. Okay, how much, by when. All right, it's literally like this. Listen, when I'm telling you nobody's going to decide this for you, like seriously wake up and smell the coffee. This is the real shit right now. The reason you're not manifesting could be you're not deciding. Okay, real talk now. I told you I was intense. Don't worry, I'm very patient with people in my coaching. I just really need sometimes to shake people up to the real truth, okay? Not to another technique, not to another fucking affirmation, okay? Enough of this fucking bullshit. After you decide, you need to intend to bring this about. You know, just like write it down. Oh, how pretty. I won $1 million. What a nice dream. Fuck that shit. No, you need to intend it. What is intention? It's going to happen or else or nothing else. Okay. This is what's happening. I have decided and this is what's happening. This is my intention and it's coming. Okay. I don't care about what anybody says. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care what it looks like right now. This is what's going to happen. I don't care what my SP has been like before. I don't care how many fucking third parties showed up and left or are still there. My SP is single now and he's running back to me or she's running back to me. The end of story. Basta. Period. The end. Okay? But most of you, I have to say, you decide something on a goal, you write it down even, and then you say, yes, I want that, Anna, I want that so much, and this and that, even in my coaching, okay? And you waver. That's what people call it. Waver. You forget to remind yourself that you cannot go back and forth between realities. In a millisecond, you can transform your world by traveling into this parallel reality where the sum of money, that version of SP exists. Now, parenthesis here. Is it going to be like hoopla and it's here in like literally millisecond? No, of course not. This is not how 3D operates. It would be kind of scary, okay, if everything just showed up at once. That's not the process, but you created it in a millisecond. Now stick with this fucking parallel reality and don't go back and forth. You know what it's like to have money arrive in your bank account. Connect to that parallel reality that feels like you got that $1 million. If that's not believable to you, start small. Maybe it's $10,000, okay? You know what it's like to have a nice date with somebody or have your SPB, what he was like or she was like when you first met, when you went on the first date. Connect to that reality when they're always like that with you and you guys are married or at least, engaged or just dating and having a jolly good time. You know what it's like to have something that you worked on, like a business or something, or a promotion come to fruition, or at least something that was successful. Connect to that emotion, connect to that reality that feels that way and stay there, okay? Now, the reason this doesn't happen right away is because you can always change your mind. You can always adjust things. You can add things. You can augment the amount, etc., etc. However, I would rather you decide and stay on that amount, stay on that, situation with your SP, whether that you want an engagement ring, whether you want them to just simply apologize or text, whatever it is that's going on. Don't keep changing it, okay? It's very confusing. Giving too many commands to the universe confuses the universe. You have an invisible counterpart out there who's doing a lot of work for you. It's like your little genie, okay? And please just commit to that and stop with your bullshit of doubting it, changing your mind. Do I deserve it? Yes, you deserve it. You deserve to be alive. You're breathing, are you not? Yeah, you deserve everything that you want, okay? What you want wants you anyway. You're the only one who's not allowing it in. And again, going back to the beliefs, this is why you're not allowing it in. Everybody's on your side. The universe is your like buffet of things or a big ballroom full of champagne and caviar and all the guests are just looking at you like, what the fuck do you want? Can you please make up your mind and stay there? Please, please, what do you want? Once you have this intention and you've moved worlds, you've literally just moved worlds, you have to get familiar with that frequency that feels like love, that feels like contentment, that feels like euphoria of having what you want, that feels like accomplishment, that feels like a complete happiness. Okay, you remember those emotions, use them to your advantage. This is how you move into a different parallel reality, into another world that contains that something. Okay, get off your ass and start exercising this situation that's available to you. Even if right now, let's just say you're sitting in bed crying over your SP or over whatever, or you're miserable, or you're sad, you're flipping channels, flipping YouTube and this and that. Listen to me now. Get off your ass and start feeling differently. Start remembering the things that I just mentioned. How about the time when this happened? How about the time when that happened? Because chances are some of you, not for nothing, very ungrateful for the things that you have experienced that were absolutely mesmerizing in your life. And you're not using them to inspire yourself to create further something that is amazing and mesmerizing again. Once you have that intention, okay, it's time to drive it home with expectation. You need to expect for this to show up. Not tomorrow, not the day after, right now, right now. Right now, it's coming. Right now, it's coming. Get ready. How do you get ready? Oh my God, I bet if you're expecting a couch to come in, a new couch, you better move some furniture around. If you're expecting your SP to come back, I don't know, you better get in the shower, put some makeup on and get pretty. I'm just saying, okay? If you're expecting $1 million, you better start figuring out what are you going to spend it on, all right? If you're expecting a promotion, well, you better figure out what your new job is going to be, right? You better read some books. I don't know, take maybe some courses, right? In order to understand what it is you're going to be able to offer in this new position. If you're about to heal from something, what would you do when you're healed? How would you feel? The kinds of things that you would do? How would you look? It would be an entirely different shebang in your life. You're connecting to that parallel reality in a millisecond. You insert yourself there in a millisecond, and you understand that the seed has been planted. You've emerged, out of the darkness of your current situation into the light of the most glorious, magnificent manifestation that has been waiting for you all this time. Parenthesis here, everything already exists, always has existed. Like I said, everybody's just waiting for you to get off your ass and start commanding. This is true commanding, okay? I've decided, I have the intention of bringing it about, and I'm fucking expecting it as shit. And I'm getting ready to apply whatever is coming into my world. I'm making plans for this. I mean, anything at all that you're waiting for, you're going to have to rearrange some things, okay, so that it has room to come into this, right? So you're not going to be sitting and crying in your bed if you're expecting your SP to come back. Am I right? Yes. Okay, it was a joke about getting in the shower, but you probably would stop crying. You probably would stop feeling miserable, right? You would go do something you love. You would start a business. You would read a nice book. You would watch a comedy show, for fuck's sake, or something like this. I'm on fire today. Okay. You are the only one who can pull yourself out of this. Okay. And again, I sympathize with people who have lived through a lot of things. I do. And believe me when I tell you, I've done this for 8 years. And I've met every kind of person, you name it, I've met them. From entertainment people to everyday people. And I mean no disrespect when I say that. Just, from stay-at-home mom to a rock star. Okay, I've coached all sorts of people. And the main situation with every single person, right, is you need to stop pretending that you're not that person, okay, already. You've done enough of being miserable. You've done enough of not having that money. You've done enough of pretending like you're not that person already. You've put on this costume with your previous beliefs, with your previous emotions. It's time to break out of it. It's time to really play and have fun with life in this way where you understand that you really are supposed to create fast. There's no waiting. There's no, I'll do it next year. What the fuck is this shit? No, you're manifesting it right now. I don't know about you, but I want my shit quick. But the thing is, you need to adjust your beliefs so that you can believe that you can do that. This is the last point. You need to believe that it's going to show up. You're expecting it, fully trusting the universe. Yes, I absolutely 100% believe. I believe with all my heart and all my soul. There isn't a scintilla of doubt in my being. It's absolutely coming, and I'm happy. I'm happy without even seeing it. I know what it feels like, and I already feel something's presence in my life. The only reason, right, you ever ended up in this position is because, again, beliefs are not aligned with your desires, but also you've deviated from what it is that's possible for you. And as every time I mention in almost all of my audio/videos, the main role that you have here in the human existence is becoming more of who you are. And so investing in yourself, becoming your true self, going after your dreams, aligning with that frequency of who you really are. Okay, a magician, a magnificent manifestor, a genius, okay, an entrepreneur or whoever, whatever your dream is right now, you're supposed to be happy. If you are not happy today, if you don't have what you want, you've deviated from that route of being yourself. So the only unsafe thing is not being your true self. Everything else is totally safe. And so for some people, it's really like, really, is this going to happen to me? Yes. Really, can I really manifest that? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you want it, it's already yours in a parallel reality. And the only like logical thing is for you to really understand why you're not manifesting it. And the only logical thing is for you to then understand and then start manifesting it. Because without it, it's like you're not your true self. You have to have this thing in order to understand who you really are and offer yourself more of these experiences. And so if you're not manifesting right away, look into it. It's not the right thing to not have what you want. I hope I made my point clear. You should expect to manifest fast. In other words, you should expect for it to be easy. You know, putting in the effort, staying in the vibration, yes. But does it have to be hard? Abso-fucking-lutely not. And so if it's hard for you to manifest fast, if it's hard for you to understand what I'm even saying right now, if it's hard for you to believe that everything I say is true, then the work is on you. And you need to really understand that the true potential is yet to be discovered in your life. The true potential that lies within you, that you're walking around pretending like you're another person, will blow your socks off. True story. Every single person that I've coached and every single person who is listening right now, there's a superstar and a genius within you, whether it is you know it or not, okay? Whether you allow yourself to be that person or not. When you really come to understand who you really are, it might actually freak you out how much power you have. And usually when it finally clicks in with you that you can manifest anything you want and fast, you will be wondering what the fuck you were doing all this time before. True story. Okay, true story still. The idea, though, is again to be open to change, to be open to new interpretations of reality. Maybe you don't understand what's blocking you today, and I can help you. But maybe it's worth considering, okay, that what you believe right now may not be true. What you believe about yourself, what you believe about love, money, etc., etc. And that, quite frankly, is the only route for you to start manifesting fast and to start really becoming the person who's never again is going to question their own power. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.